Hello, I'm back with a breakup. I really hope you can see me. I'm having trouble with my lighting. I will be getting that fixed very soon. Client has requested a breakup with regards to some individuals. So what I have done is I've crafted my little doll babies, one for he and one for she. They've been baptized, and you probably can't see those because of my black clothes. I will do a separate video on how I baptized doubles if anyone is interested in that. I think a lot of people actually are interested in that. I do get a lot of feedback. So, moving on, it's just one thing I have to find before I commence. So we're going to prepare this little working, and I have petitioned the Santa Muerte to help on this. So with her blessing, with her blessing and her assistance, I hope this works out well. Santa Muerte, I've explained in many videos, is a very, very fast-working saint, and she doesn't honestly care why you petition her. She's not judgmental in any way, so that's a good thing. So we don't want these two to communicate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her head into the jar down ways, and I want his head to stay up the way, if that makes sense, so that they're not seeing eye to eye. Everything that I do is symbolic as well, and it's sympathetic magic as well. So that's our little petition with our little yarn around it. If you're folding paper and putting it into a jar, fold away so you're pushing out, if that makes sense. Fold in when it's a love working. Okay, now I'm putting in vinegar because I want to sour that relationship and bring some discord. I like this dark vinegar because I like all my breakups jars to be really, really black. So I'll either use a black tablet bottle that you get little pills in, or I'll use this dark vinegar. Or I'll actually what I normally do is when I deploy these jars is I cover them in black material. Excuse me. This is war water. It's designed to make a couple argue, and it has a bit of a lid on it. This happens each and every time. Scissors always came in useful. 9 times out of 10 they do. Hold on. Finally. Okay, so I'm putting some in there. Okay. Destruction powder. This stuff reeks to high heaven. It is absolutely stinking. It's full of dead bugs, sulfur. Oh, you really, really don't want to know what's in there. To make matters worse, I'm going to put in some devil's dung to stink out that relationship even more. Okay. Let's have a look. Some cat hair and dog hair. Again, really, really good for getting an argument going, getting them to fight each other, just bringing in general discord. Pins. You could use shattered glass. I will be using shattered glass on this. I always use shattered glass at the very, very end. Some graveyard dirt. If you're not familiar as to how to collect graveyard dirt, omit it. Don't use it because there's a protocol as to how to collect graveyard dirt. I pay the fee at the gatekeeper, and if I'm taking dirt from a grave, I pay the actual grave, pay the ghost, so to speak. So be careful if you are working the graveyard. You need to do your research or speak to someone who really knows what they're doing before you do that, because it's if you get it wrong, it can be pretty bad, and you could have a spirit attachment. You don't want that. Okay, that's despair oil. Okay, and I'm putting in some in tranquil oil because we really want these two to feel this. We want him to feel really unsettled, and so he has the urge to move along. 1 second, my hands are messy. Now we need some sulfur in here. Where are you, sulfur? You're probably in front of me. There we go. And the fire element again, with regards to chili flakes, to bring up that heat and get them killing each other. So when you're shaking this jar up, I'll be shaking this jar up for quite a while, and I'll be focusing on it, and basically, I can alter my state of consciousness quite well, and I will it sounds crazy, but I will basically tell them, just not tell them, but I mean, I get into a state of mind where I can semi-shout, if you know what I mean, and tell them to break up. It's over. There's, you hate each other. You're fighting all the time. You can't stand each other. It's over. It is done. That's what I do. And you really need to be in a pissed off mood. Is a good thing. These are chilies that have actually started to mold. I like that because, again, symbolic of death, and we want them to be. We want this relationship to die. So. But yeah, like I was saying, it's important to get into the mind frame. Just get yourself really pissed off, and say it's over. There's no more. It's you're wrong for each other. You're arguing all the time, cats and dogs. I have a technique to this. It's not something I'll show on camera, but as I'm doing this, I'm visualizing in my third eye this couple parting company and splitting up and going their separate ways. It's over and it's done. Okay, that is separation powder. Oh, not powder, oil. Excuse me. Okay. Now I'm going to put some smashed glass in that, and then I'll put the lid on it. Always leave it to about here, because if you put a lot of sulfur, things like that's going to put pressure on your little jar. And I've had these explode in the past, and you don't want that to happen. You really don't want that to happen. If I find anything else of interest, I will put it in. Maybe some coffee and some black precipitation powder, and then I will put the black candle. I'm going to clean this off. I haven't done that yet, and I'm going to dress that in some breakup oil, and I will put a notch in this with a pin for 7 nights, and I'll burn this for 7 nights, and I'll probably do another candle after that. I'll probably do it for 3 weeks, and that will sit on top of the lid of this, and it will sit behind me on her altar at the side where I keep all the curse workings. So important for you, the client, to stay in a mind frame where you're, if you want to put any energy, I always tell clients to see in your mind's eye the goal, and if possible, important for you to just think of them as done. It is over. There's no more. Try really hard not to concern yourself about them. Try not to check up a lot of the, on social media. Social media can be your friend with regards to seeing if they're still together and stuff. But no, I would try and focus more on just do little mini meditations in your head where they've broken up. They don't have any love for each other anymore, and they just hate the sight of each other. Do that in your head. Try not to give it too much of your time, as in stressing and worrying and all that, because that will consume you and it'll push those two together even more. I really emphasize that to clients. is to not focus on results. It's okay to, like I said, do your little visualizations in your head, because that's positive energy. Even though you're thinking of a breakup, you're seeing it happen. You're not using the stress, if that makes sense. The stress, putting your body through the stress, which is very important. It's different to see it in your mind's eye and no worry. Where it's you're not putting the effort into actually stress out, where it can affect your life and your health and all the rest. So if that makes sense, please understand that. So like I said, we'll pop your name on that and get these black candles rolling, and please keep in touch with me. Let me know what's happening. It's always good to know. And what was I going to say? Yeah, we're going to get your reading sorted very soon. Okay, I am back, and I have looked at a few cards. Apologies, I've just pulled these cards. It's been a bit of time, but I've got them in front of me, and that's the main thing. So we're looking at the situation, okay? Key card is the Storks. I think you're going to hear something very soon with regards to what's going on. I've got the woman, and beside the woman is the mice. So that's letting me know that she's under stress, she's under strain, and she's finding the whole thing very difficult at the minute. I think there's definitely something happening. I've got the moon over here, and I've got the cross. So all things that, how can I phrase it? Everything that they were doing, if they were planning ahead, that's going to come to an end. They're experiencing discord at the moment. The cross is there. That's not a good card in a love reading. That tells me I would actually be pushed to say that there's a breakup on the horizon. I can never say things are guaranteed and stuff, but that card is a card of discord. Things are just not good. And when you see that in a love reading, it's a good sign for you. Not for them, but for you, yes. One moment. I've got some oracle cards here. Interesting cards, actually. Change, followed by truth. Okay. Then we've got reconciliation. And I don't think this is referring to these two, if you know what I mean. Love and communication. So I don't know if you have a love spell on him. I don't know that. I'm not sure if you've maybe gone to another spellcaster and got a love spell done. If you have, I think you can expect good results from that. But if not, I think things are going to change in the future. I don't really know the ins and outs too much of your story at the moment. I don't have the details in front of me, but from what I can see here, it's looking pretty good that they will definitely end. I wonder, is there anything let me see. I can never give you a timeline because in spirit, as you know, there is no time, and timelines are difficult to predict. What did I do? If you want, I can ask these cards how he feels about you. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna have to shuffle them. One moment. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I have an itchy nose at the moment. Okay. Is there a bit of an age difference between the two of you? I wonder. I don't have, like I said, I don't have your details. Not sure about that. Not that it's a big deal. How he feels about you. Center card is the crossroads. That's a card of he has to make a decision. So I'm thinking he's definitely thinking about you. I've got the letter beside the ship. So the ship is always like that's a card of like travel, movement. So I'm wondering has he moved away recently, or he's thinking about moving away, and he's going to make contact with you with regards to that. I also see the tree. That's a card of, settling in life. It's also can point, like I've said in many readings, it can also point towards health. But I think he wants to settle, but that decision needs to be made. Whether or not you want to take him back, I don't know. But I think, yeah, I think he's going through some inner decisions that not inner decisions. He's going through some inner struggle at the moment that he's been forced to do something about it. And I think he will definitely, hopefully, all been well with the aid of that jar, will push him to get shot of her, get rid of her. And I do see communication to you. But that card of travel, that's making me wonder, is he fed up with the area he's living in? Or is he maybe going to accept that could also mean a job in a different area? So I'd really be interested in your feedback. Apologies for keeping you waiting. You know the email, it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. Very interesting reading you have. Yeah, he still thinks about you a lot. I know that much. This woman, she's not very pleasant to the eye, so she's not. So, I don't think it's going to last much longer. So just watch that space, and do let me know. Keep in touch. houseofmagick@gmail.com, and I'll speak to you soon.